Jobs is said to have started every day by asking himself this question: if today was the last day of my life, would I be choosing to do what I'm about to do? Now, of course, we all have stuff that we wouldn't necessarily choose to do if it was honestly our last day. But it's about if we are consistently saying no in too many days in a row, then you know there's time to start questioning, why am I choosing to do these things, and start making a shift. Another great question to start your day is, what good am I going to create today? Or what assets am I going to ensure that I create in my life today? Are they assets of friendship? Are they assets of in my business that can keep earning for me? Are they assets like investing that I'm going to do? If that's what you're focusing on building in your life. Because here's the thing, our unconscious cannot not answer questions we ask ourselves. So make sure that the language you're using and the question you're asking yourself result in you expanding possibility, not closing it down. And another part of your focus or your mind in using language is about your identity pieces. This is who you believe you are. In another video, we cover the power of identity and why it is so important that we become conscious of who we believe we are, because we'll do almost anything to be consistent with our own identity. So you can use this to your advantage in starting that day and set yourself up with phrases or identity pieces of who you are that makes your life that much richer and wealthier. I am resilient. I always find a way. I'm creative. I'm lucky. I'm wealthy. I'm great with friends. I'm a fantastic speaker, author, whatever it is that you're looking at expanding. Focus and use your language to start your day to set yourself up for success. So that's that focus aspect. And then the third aspect is the spirit. And this is our emotional well-being. This also relates to our connection with something outside of ourselves and realizing that here in the world, it's not just about us, but it's also about our contribution to the earth, to our community, to other sides. And one of the greatest ways to set your spirit up for a fantastic day is by paying it first with a great tool called a gratitude flood, where you can also do it while you're working out. You can multitask on a lot of these things. Is just spend 5 minutes flooding yourself with all the things you're grateful for. Say to yourself, what am I grateful for? And there might be some mornings you just don't feel like it, but force it. I'm grateful that I can even be asking myself this question. I'm grateful that today I got to put a foot on the ground instead of underneath it. And let that gratitude flood flow in. Another key way to start the day is about really consciously working on your self-worth. Now, go and look at that video where we have about your self-worth is not your net worth. And this is so, so important because our worthiness has a direct relationship to the quality of life and mostly the wealthiness that we feel in the world. And spend some time focusing on building up your own self-worth. Do mirror work. Stand in front of the mirror and say, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm gorgeous. It feels weird for me saying it right here in front of the camera, but if we can't say it to ourselves, we can never feel it. We never can expect it to receive it from the outside world, that I am wealthy, I am great, I am deserving. So spend some time on the spiritual aspect, really flooding that in, your own sense of worthiness and gratitude, because it's going to fundamentally change how your day transforms. So that's the key aspect of setting yourself up around your time. So let's look at your money. It's got exactly the same elements. So most people end up paying themselves last and completely misunderstand what paying themselves first is all about. Because just like how you set up your day with your time will fundamentally change the results you get. How you set yourself up with how money flows into your life, with every bit of money that first comes in, what you do with it will result whether you create a rich, juicy, wealthy life or a life of depletion and poverty. And this is the essence of paying yourself first. And you need to pay yourself first again in that form of mind, body, and spirit. That key aspect of the body part of money is that every bit of money that flows into your life, that first wedge of it, that first 10%, needs to go towards investing. Investing in an asset that can go to work for you and create this foundation so it can feed you. This is about bringing that nourishment into your financial well-being. If you're never creating assets, there's nothing that can ever support you and feed you. That first slice must go there. That second slice goes to the savings pot. Now remember, there's a big difference between investing and saving, and we've covered that elsewhere. But that slice is still towards paying yourself first. But this is going to more of your focus, well-being, and your mind, and giving you the certainty and security of knowing that firstly, you've got an emergency fund in place. That's that first slice of that saving. That you've got a financial safety net, that in case something were to happen, you're okay, that you're supported. This gives you peace of mind, and that you're also putting money away to spend for the things that you know might be coming along. It's education or that great holiday. So this allows you to feel more confident, let your mind relax and let go of that anxiety or worry. And this also serves that spiritual side. So that next slice of that your money comes in goes to these other three key pots that we speak about in Wealth Pie. This is the pot of your own personal growth, consciously allocating and putting some money towards the things that expand you. This could be direct knowledge that makes you a better investor or create a business or be able to earn more money. But this can also be money towards the maybe more spiritual growth or experiences that you want to have, to bring in mentors and coaches that you want in your life. The other key pot is that fun pot, knowing your juicy living pot, allocating money to having fun right now. These activities that fill you up, that energize you. But like on the time side, making sure that you are doing things that make you excited about the day. So you want to make sure that you're allocating money to fill that up. So you're not running on that empty tank of depletion and maybe one day down the line, I can have some fun. Because what is the point of having money if you don't allow some of it to let you live right now? And that third key pot that really fills up the spirit side of your well-being is your contribution pot. Making sure that you know there is always enough, that there is enough for you and for others. So often people will go, and when I've got more, then I'll look at giving. But the problem is it just keeps that scarcity thinking going. And if you think giving 5% of maybe 100 feels like a lot to charity, wait until you're giving 5% of 1,000,000. If you don't get into that habit right now, you're never going to start creating it. And it really lets you know that there is always enough. So there you go. Design the life that you want. And you do that by how you start off and set up each and every day with your time and how you deal with that first slice of money that come in before you get to the everyday stuff relating to everybody else. So in the comments below, I'd love to know which of these aspects are you going to bring into your life. And as I was sharing some of these, what did you notice that maybe in your current life you aren't doing for yourself? And maybe that is why, like me with the videos, had a bit of a flat energy, and as soon as I realized it and changed it, could bring that energy, bring that life force back and experience sort of a wealthy being. So share with us in the comments below. And if you're watching this anywhere other than over at thewealthchef.com, head on over there, because that is where the great conversation's happening. And subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video so that you can get notified as soon as there are more. And also over at thewealthchef.com, we've got a great set of other resources and bits and pieces and tools and recipes for wealth. So go and get those and fill your life pantry so that you can have the tools and the resources to create this rich, juicy life that you deserve.